call the wind Mariah.
Right side or the groom side?
Yeah, or for the churches around this joint, there's the ladies' store and the men's store. In the front. Yeah. It feels like a all right. Sorry, folks. Hey, good time.
Shabbat Shalom. Oh, die, 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 die. Oh, die, 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 die. Oh, die, 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 die. Oh, die, 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 die. Ya da da di da di da da ya da di da ya da di da 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 di da ya da di da da ya da di da ya da di da da ya da di da oh da 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 di da oh da 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 oh, die, 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 dum. Whoa, die, 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 die.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and
Shabbat Shalom.
happy 2026. It is wonderful to see you on this first Shabbat of January 2026. It is a pleasure to be leading this service tonight with Jonathan Zarkauer, and always a pleasure to see all of you here. Everyone, just take a deep breath, a nishima amuka, and throw off any stress from the past week, and think about the next 25 or so hours. Try to catch some real rest, if not for all of those hours, at least for a good few. After we take one more deep breath, we turn to page 24 and sing Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem, Boachem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei, Malachei elyon mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh hakadosh baruch hu Barchuni l'shalom malchei hashalom malchei hashalom malchei elyon mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh hakadosh baruch hu sechem l'shalom malchei hashalom malchei elyon mi melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh hakadosh baruch hu
We invite Roberta Freed forward to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lechadlik ner Shel Shabbat.
Shalom. Thank you. We continue on page 20 with the singing of Lecha Dodi. We will do verses 1, 2, 5, 8, and 9. And if you are able and would like to, you may rise before the 9th verse and welcome the Shabbat bride.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nikabela Shamur v'zachor b'dibur echad Hishmiyanu el hamiuchad Adonai echad Ushmo echad L'shemu tiferet beletila Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nikabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nikabela Likrat Shabbat nehuven elcha Ki mekor habracha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Lecha Dodi likrat kala B'nei Shabbat nekabela Verse 5 Hitoreri Kiva orech Kumi ori Shir daberi Kevod Adonai Alayich nigla Lecha Dodi לקראת קלה, בני שבת נקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יריש בין פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה וחדותי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה וחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת לקבלה. וחדודי לקראת קלה בני שבת
Now that we have greeted Shabbat, it is time to greet one another, as well as those who are streaming online tonight. Please turn to your left or to your right. Wish someone a Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everyone online. And you may have a seat, please. We continue on page 26 with the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
וילמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו. אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה. בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה וימרו. Amen.
Please rise in body or spirit and turn to page 28 for our call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Le'olam va'ed. la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai, lai 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 lai, ya la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai.
Please be seated. We continue on page 31. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows.
Baruch atah Adonai, Amari Varavim.
Page 33. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us. And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom ha'levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'yisharecha Leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim leoechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Adonai Elohechem, Emet.
Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Mi Chamocha is on page 40.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot Ose pele, Nora tehilot Ose pele. Who is like you? Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? When Moses and the children crossed the sea, they sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot Ose pele. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, mi chamocha?
Since October 7th, 2023, at this point in our service, we offer a prayer for the state and people of Israel. This one is by Rabbi Karen Kedar. We gather together in faith and with hope to pray for peace and for the safety of the people of Israel. Help us, O Holy One, and protect us in our hour of need. Touch our hearts, lest they be hardened with despair. Guide our thoughts, lest they are overcome with fear. Bring healing to the wounded, strength to those in mourning, courage to those in fear, wisdom to those who lead. Yedid Nefesh, beloved one, reveal yourself and fill the world with your light. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Be quick, God of love, for the time has come. Have mercy upon us, Eternal One of peace. And we say together, Amen. On page 42, we sing the words of Hashkivenu about that shelter of peace.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom. Hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom. Hamidenu shomreinu lechayim. Save us for the sake of your name. shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Hamidenu Shomreinu L'chaim, L'chaim.
The Tefillah, also known as the Amidah, our standing prayer, begins on page 46. Please rise in body or spirit for our Tefillah. Adonai, Sifatai Tifta, Nehiadi, Tefilatecha, Adonai, Sifatai Tifta, Ufiyagi, Tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot V'imahot, U'mevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'yachava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Leolam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Atah Rav Lehoshia, Ashiv HaRuach U'Morid HaGashem, Mechakel Chayim Bechesed, Mechayim Metim Berachamim Rabim, Somech Nofleim V'Orfei Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Micha Mochav Gevurot, Umidom Elach, Melech Memit, Umekayem, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neman Atal Chayot Meitim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaMetim, Atah Kadosh v'Shimcha Kadosh, U'Kadoshim b'chol yom Ya'alucha Selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may continue now in your own private tefillah. When your prayer is complete, you may be seated.
I was texting with some of my family today, and as we often do prior to Shabbat services, so I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom to my family who's watching. And so I took a poll. So what do you want to hear after the silent meditation today? And I chose an old standard. And I started thinking about the Amidah and started thinking about all the prayers that come after it, the prayers of your hearts that you recite. And one of them is Shalom Rav. Just always been, a favorite. So we're a small crew tonight, a small congregation. Sing along. I know you know this one. You sing along too. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Let's do that again. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tov benecha livarech et amcha Yisrael bechol et uvechol sha'a bishlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
To our own prayers on this Shabbat, we add prayers for those in our congregational family and beyond who are ill and in need of healing. You will see that our communal Temple Shir Tikva healing list is projected on the screen. If you would like to add a name or say one of these names aloud, you may do so. We take all of them into our hearts with our own as we sing the Mishaberach, which is on page 253.
Mishaberach Avotenu Bekor HaBracha May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imo Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
As we gather this evening, we stand at a crossroads. In the rhythm of our Torah, we will finish the book of Genesis, Bereshit, with Parashat Vayechi this week. And in the rhythm of our lives, we have closed the door on the year 2025. The name of our portion, Vayechi, means "and he lived." It is a curious title for a portion that focuses almost entirely on the death of Jacob and eventually on his son Joseph as well. But our tradition teaches us that a person lives through the legacy they leave by the way their descendants carry their story into an uncertain future. In Vayechi, Jacob gathers his children around his bed. He looks at each one of them, the lion-hearted Judah, the resilient Joseph, the volatile Shimon and Levi, and offers them individual blessings and words of advice that are brutally honest assessments of who they are. It is important to remember that much of this week's portion takes place in Goshen, in the land of Egypt, due to the famine in the land of Israel. We too take this opportunity for an honest assessment of ourselves and our lives. Looking back at the American Jewish experience of 2025, we, like Jacob and his family, see a year defined by the tension between living in the diaspora and keeping our hearts connected to our Jewish heritage and to the land of Israel. In 2025, we saw the American Jewish community come together to reflect on Jewish identity, an identity that has changed a bit with the times. A recent report from the Jewish Federations of North America indicates that new priorities now shape the American Jewish community, its synagogues, and other Jewish communal spaces. First, the report explains that for decades, the dominant approach to American Jewish life was known as the Big Tent model, an effort to reduce barriers, welcome all families, and focus on universal values. In the past couple of years, Jewish institutional focus has shifted from the Big Tent model, how do we get people in, to how do we protect people who are inside. Synagogues and community centers have increasingly become fortified spaces, both physically and ideologically. Second, many Jews are drifting from what has been the prevalent definition of Jewish identity, based primarily on family background and tradition, to a different type of Jewish identification that is rooted in consent, active, choice-driven participation in Jewish life. This modification in the way American Jews see themselves is most certainly a response to internal communal tensions and external hostility. While these tensions and hostilities have been challenging, even threatening, I believe that embedded in these difficulties is a blessing. Like Jacob's, it is a brutally honest blessing. The realization that we are called to live out our Jewish identities more deliberately than before, and not be satisfied being passive observers of Judaism and Jewish life. Third, it is important to understand that in this week's Torah portion, Jacob does not offer just a generic blessing to his children. Instead, he addresses each one of them with their specific strengths and flaws. Jacob's blessing speaks to the diversity of his children, a diversity that will continue when his children become the tribes of Israel, a diversity that defines our own Jewish community today. This year, our American Jewish experience has likewise found unity and strength in diversity. At Temple Shir Tikva, we have experienced holiness not just in this sanctuary, but also through Jewish films and speakers, Jewish books, new mental health initiatives, trips to the South to explore the civil rights movement with our friends and colleagues at the Greater Framingham Community Church. We too face the changing realities of American Jewish life, but we face them with resolve and a sense of calm. We have learned that to live like Jacob, we must be both open about our challenges and fiercely protect our communal life at the same time. Finally, for many of us, 2025 felt like a year when the Egypt of our surrounding culture became much more complex. American Reform Jews have always been open to the world around us. Sometimes this openness hurts. This year, we observed a disturbing rise in rhetoric from leaders and opinion makers who unfortunately turned toward open hostility, both verbal and physical. In May, we witnessed the tragic killing of 2 Israeli embassy workers in Washington, D.C., at the Capitol Jewish Museum. And just a few weeks ago, we heard of the Bondi Beach attack against Jews celebrating Hanukkah in Sydney, Australia. Unfortunately, these are just 2 examples of the rising tide of global anti-Semitism, which of course affects us here too. One of the most touching moments in the Torah portion, Vayechi, is when Jacob makes Joseph swear an oath. "Do not bury me in Egypt," the father says to the son. Jacob realized that while Egypt provided material sustenance, it was not and would never be his spiritual home. Just as Joseph never forgot his oath to his father and ensured that neither he nor his father would be buried in Egypt, we too need to stay the course and continue to uphold our promises and values. We need to maintain Jewish life and enhance and strengthen it. While some predicted Aliyah, immigration to Israel, would decline because of regional instability, the opposite actually happened in 2025. Many young Jewish professionals and families chose to live more Jewishly by moving to Israel. Similarly, reports from 2025 indicate a significant rise in conversion to Judaism, particularly among those who identify as LGBTQ+. Analysts believe that this is being driven by the need to seek community, the desire to find more accepting faith, the sense of Jewish solidarity following the October 7th attacks and the ongoing war in Gaza. Synagogues report oversubscribed Introduction to Judaism courses and heightened participation in Jewish life. We have seen that here too. And we are more than still here. We are always discovering new ways to express and celebrate our Judaism. The book of Genesis concludes this week with a powerful act of mercy. After Jacob is buried, the brothers fear Joseph will finally seek revenge for throwing him into the pit and allowing him to be taken away from his family to Egypt. However, no such revenge is evident in Joseph's heart. Instead, Joseph weeps and tells his brothers, "You intended harm, but God intends it for good." In 2025, the tendency to feel embittered and seek revenge was tempting. Yet for the most part, most of us chose to continue to do good and to be creative. We have seen an increase in Jewish philanthropy, supporting both Jewish and humanitarian causes. We have created new prayers for the state of Israel and all its inhabitants. We have found ways to voice our support for all innocent people suffering from the war in Gaza. We have ritualized our remembrance of the hostages held in captivity and finally released. In the past year, we realize that our survival depends on seeing the good and focusing on the long term. We may disagree on philosophy and politics. Jews have always had differing values in these areas, but we remain connected by a shared faith and fate. Looking back, the message of 2025 is clear. We are strongest when we, like the children of Jacob, stand together around the bed of our shared history, even as we speak in different voices. As we finish reading Vayechi tomorrow morning, everyone in synagogues around the world will rise and declare, "Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek." Be strong, and let us be strengthened. As we enter 2026, let us carry forward the lessons of this year: resilience in the face of hate, pride in our heritage, commitment to our families. May we be strong enough to face the world, and may we find strength in one another. Amen. We continue on page 282 as we rise in body or spirit for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, לתקן עולם במלכות שדי, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo, Ushemo echad.
We never conclude a service without sacred memory. We remember this week the yard sites of the following: Lewis Adams, Mary Jane Bear, Edward Bloom, Billy Blum, Annalise Bohm, Jeanette Cooper Nichols, Elisa Honeyman, Raymond Cantor, Ben Kaufman, Beverly Kay, Daniel Kaisman, Benjamin Kivnick, Barton Kramer, Helen Levitt, Herman Mintz, Bernard Passman, Alexander Rickleen, Linda Robin, Selma R. Roberts, Edward Rogoff, Pearl Salmon, Seal Shaloff Steinberg, Nellie Weinberg, Carrie Yales, Norma Zimmer. And we remember one whose families observe Shloshim, the 30-day period of mourning. Ina Kornetsky, grandmother of Adam Kornetsky. Are there others you would like to remember or names I have mispronounced, please?
Our sister-in-law's mother, Louisa Chapel.
We take all of them into our hearts as we turn to Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv imru amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach leolam olmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha barichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. May God, who creates peace in the heavens above, bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all humanity, to which we say together, amen. You may be seated. So you know how on Simchat Torah, Rabbi Danny goes around the room with the Torah unrolled and in 5 minutes summarizes the entire 5 books? I'm going to do the announcements of things taking place only within the next 2 weeks in 1 minute. Tomorrow morning, we have Minyan at 8:30 a.m. and Torah study at 9:30. Wednesday, January 7th at 7 p.m., Boston Jewish Leader Speaker Series continues with Rabbi Mark Baker, President and CEO of the Combined Jewish Philanthropies of Greater Boston. He is a dynamic speaker on contemporary American Jewish life. He leads CJP and the Greater Boston Jewish community in the mission to inspire Jewish life for us all. Thursday, January 8th, Connections Chess Club at 7 p.m., 7:30 p.m. monthly mahjong. Friday, January 9th, right here, 6:15 Shabbat service. Saturday morning, January 10th, Minyan and Torah study. And in the afternoon, Yiladim Havdalah and Tu B'Shvat celebration at 4 p.m. for our youngest families. Sunday, January 11th, Hineni resumes, and at 9:15 a.m., ACE is sponsoring a New Year's brunch. Wednesday, January 14th at 7 p.m., Sarah Hurwitz, a senior speechwriter for President Barack Obama in 2009 and 10, and head speechwriter for Michelle Obama from 2010 to 2017, will be with us here in conversation with Rabbi Danny and me. Sarah grew up here at Temple Shir Tikva and will be telling us about her newly published book, As a Jew, reclaiming our story from those who blame, shame, and try to erase us. She was here a few years ago, to talk about her first book entitled Here All Along. We are thrilled to be hosting her again. Thank you so much to Jonathan Zachauer for leading us so beautifully in music, and as always to John Legg for allowing us to be seen and heard. I think Rabbi Danny wins, but that's okay. We rise for Kiddush. Thank you.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu Zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikra'ei kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim ki banu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim V'shabbat kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom and Happy New Year. Yalai la lai lai yalai la lai lai yalai la lai lai yalai lai yalai lai yalai la lai lai yalai la lai lai yalai la lai lai yalai lai yalai lai yai la lai 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 yalai la lai lai yai la lai lai. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
typically